there's always interference signals, then of course there will be another viable explanation, except I don't think so. And therefore, that's the inaugural Tron Legacy Prize Files lecture series at MIT's 100-year celebration. Under the auspicious and orders of the Tron Legacy Files Prize not to fail this fall, tell Mr. Bob Galucci and his committee members and board of directors about the other three Strike Back Foundation teams in New York City. And as for caring for his own people, we should remind them the King's speech is thrown out by mob rules such as Cafe 71, Cafe 61, and Broadway restaurant on Dino with the glass casing on the sidewalk for people to sit in. It sits me in the back, the blacks do over whites in the south, during this Abe Lincoln Center's 21st century era version of 1850s Civil War. And that's why the foundations must do things and get the message across that the White House Foundation or Obama cannot do. Tell Mr. Obama the Harvard Law and Nobel Peace Prize, he's been Trump and he has failed, and Nobel Foundation has failed in predicting him to be leader Peace Prize issues, even in his adopted hometown, CU College. Among the Nobel Foundation in Sweden, by the four Foundation Strike Back teams, and of course the inaugural Tron Legacy Prizes lecture series at MIT. With me as a regular speaker and anybody else invited. Coral, Tron Legacy Artificial Intelligence System. First positronic brain, Lieutenant Commander Data of Star Trek. Married together by the Tron Legacy Prizes.
Just wiped out. Alright, let's try one more. You're going to be happy if I say one
Flynn
more?
from Caltech.
Okay,
Flynn 2, the son,
again?
dropout. And of course the prankster like name. Sexy woman that doesn't even have to piss on the street for me to get attention versus dogs I have no interest in. It's advanced civilization or civilization. Much less waste my time in humanity's obsessive compulsive disorder, mental illness, call others, and this. Flame 1 from Caltech.
Let's go. Good job, dude.
Versus this and Flame 1. Caltech Tron Legacy Prizes. Versus this. Versus this. Versus this. Versus this, Niagara 3, Sun, Web Server, Super Server, 1 billion transistor, chip, Power 7, IBM, Jeopardy computers. Excuse me, 2 billion. Versus this. IBM Washington Research, where I used to work at. Its headquarters in Yorktown Heights, Westchester, New York.
Is there any If there is something wrong with the receiver, it's not going to be fixed.
Versus this.
The only thing is any data that's on this phone. Okay. We don't have so that means you have data should be plugged into inside you. Okay. Yeah.
Versus this.
So he's basically going to get a brand new phone.
Yeah, so I have an iPod that's giving me some kind of trouble lately.
What kind of iPod is it? Is it the classic or the iPod Touch? The classic's been giving you issues with innovation.
Versus this. All mental illnesses compared to watching dogs 3 times sniff the ground for bacteria. And they expect me to do the same. It's classic obsessive compulsive disorder, schizophrenic mental disorder of planet Earth, it's global warming agents. Serving God's or nature's adjustment function of all the random variables of humanity is connected together. With each random variable equation with only slight variations inside each neural net brain, programmed by nature's topological math universe expanding fabric function issues. Programmed, in other words, by the topological universe's computer versus quantum computing for academic scientists of Seth Floyd's and MIT's leadership. Who is really mentally ill? Versus the Tron Legacy Prize's inaugural speech. On items 2 and 3, how we're all connected by random variables, so-called God's fabric is a robotron. Out of black box study groups and these people who rob money and steal in front of trains, white people that say nothing. Once again, convicted. Evil. And of course, they're connected through a robotron fabric of random variable equations. Whereas Wall Street traders that make money are only physics particles, which are neural nets, and random variable stochastic probability equations, because making money is simpler than finding different new activities to steal from me, waste my time, not giving me the CW funding or Tron Legacy prices for 2011 by Bob Gallucci's committee. Tell his committee by the Ford Foundation, including Bob Gallucci, to his own committee. Versus this, IBM Power 8 chips. 8 cores versus Sine Viagra 3, 16-core, 2 billion transistor chip. All mental illness according to dogs and dog odor issues. Watching each other piss. Versus this, mentally ill 2. Sexist, racist, pornographist, artificial intelligence, plural systems. Versus this. All mentally ill. You tell them now, compared to watching dogs take a piss and shit and using the iPhones and cell phones, smartphones to talk about it, and trivial facts about our feet versus ideas. It's feet in the air for Egyptian Facebook revolted students to remind them dominant U.S. military, NYPD cops, and Egyptian military issues. Versus this, tell Steve Jobs our iOS 4.3 upgrade auto-install issues request. By the Ford Foundation Strike Back team. Thank you very much for listening. And good night.